With the cost of living still high, Kenyans are digging deeper into their pockets to afford their basic needs. More Kenyans are turning to digital lenders, offering quick, collateral-free credit to bridge the financial gap every month. Data from the Digital Financial Services Association of Kenya reveals that digital lenders in Kenya serve around 8 million customers, disbursing short-term loans totaling between 10 and 15 billion shillings monthly. This week on Mint, we delve into how digital loans have become the new lifeline for Kenyans. Also, today on Mint, why building a house with a spouse is a crash course on patience and compromise. How businesses are choosing cloud solutions over buying or building software. From Radio Queen to podcasting, Kaleche's transition to the digital sphere.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Mola, kila siku niko chase mola, make more bila stress. Mola, kila siku waste mola, make more bila stress.
Usitume kwa hii namba, niko na fuliza. I am sure you have heard that line before or have even used it yourself. This just goes to show how digital loans are providing a lifeline to Kenyans as they navigate tough economic times and strive to meet pressing basic needs. But even as you access that digital loan, Mint has tips for how you can ensure you stay financially afloat.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Digital lenders provide millions of Kenyans with a financial bridge from month end to month end by offering quick, collateral-free credit. Data from the Digital Financial Services Association of Kenya reveals that digital lenders in Kenya serve around 8 million customers, disbursing short-term loans totaling between 10 to 15 billion Kenyan shillings monthly. With the cost of living at an all-time high, Kenyans are being forced to dig deeper into their pockets to afford basic needs. To survive, they are turning to digital loans to meet pressing needs.
During this time, that's been difficult economically, not just for Kenya but across. We have become a very dependable source of daily living for a lot of our customers. And what we have observed is customers would rather default on their credit cards, would rather default on their rent even, than default on their digital loan because they need that to survive daily.
To enable their customers to meet their daily needs, banks have increased their borrowing capacity, providing higher loan limits.
We have continued to raise the limits for our customers so that those who were borrowing 5,000 shillings, now they're able to borrow 10,000 shillings. And you see a lot of changes we have made to the limits for our customers to help them go through this time period. The other thing that we have done, I talked about the fact that for our core customers, we have designed a digital product for them, which goes up to 1 million shillings in lending and can be repaid over a period of a year. Again, is to support those customers that I need to pay school fees, that I need today to send their kids for training, whatever they need, or they themselves need some training, and also to support household or for household support.
As digital lending platforms continue to saturate the market traditionally preserved for financial institutions, major banks in the country are also turning to innovative financial products to lend to their customers. KCB, Equity Bank, Standard Chartered, and NCBA are some of the banks that have developed smartphone loan applications that have made the loan application process faster, more efficient, and more accessible. With a commitment to innovation, inclusion, and empowering millions of Kenyans with credit, banks are embracing digital lending to their customers who want faster credit and, in turn, contributing to their bottom line.
I think the areas of growth that you'd have seen, one is our lending to individuals that has continued to grow, both on our digital platforms where we are up 4%, lending 478 billion in disbursements. And then you look at what you call our core customer base. Again, through our digital channels, we have lent 4 billion shillings to those.
As banks continue to shift to digital channels, customers are also increasingly preferring to conduct their transactions online, propelled by the convenience and immediacy of digital loan products.
You look at digital channels. NCBN, our channel, one of the highest rated digital channels of any bank across East Africa. We now have 87% of transactions coming through the digital channels. So again, real growth that we have seen in those channels across on that platform, across all the countries in which we operate. We are serving 65 million customers now on those channels.
Despite the surge in mobile digital lending in Kenya over the past 12 years, there are increasing concerns about predatory loans, privacy infringement, and the opaque nature of digital lending and interests accrued. To tackle this, the Central Bank of Kenya CBK Act was amended in December 2024 to bring the digital lenders under more direct control and scrutiny of the CBK. While digital borrowing can be a valuable tool for achieving individual financial goals, it is crucial to approach digital loans responsibly. Poor borrowing habits can lead to a cycle of debt and financial stress. These are tips that you can use as a checklist to ensure that you are staying financially above the water. Create a budget and stick to it. Borrow only what you need and can afford to repay. Understand the terms and conditions of your loan. Do not borrow a loan to pay another loan.
Building a house with your spouse sounds like a fun project. That is, until you realize it's a crash course in compromise and patience. While one is obsessing over the open-plan kitchen and tile colors, the other is counting coins and making sure the construction doesn't go over budget. Today on Mula Hacks, architect Marianne Osoi uncovers the chaos that ensues when couples embark on building their dream home without taking the time to develop a shared vision.
Building a house is an exciting journey. However, it can also come with stresses and frustrations, especially when building with a spouse. With so many decisions to make, disagreements can occur that may render the whole project a disaster.
The problem is these spouses come in with different tastes. Everyone wants what they want, especially maybe the women would say, oh, I want a nice kitchen, but this is not in their budget. But you need to put their ideas together and come up with one thing that both parties will like. So mostly, most couples do not discuss. It would be nice if they settled in before coming to the architect, have the ideas together. So when you come to see your architect, at least your ideas are together, so we don't need to have a back and forth all the time that this is what I want, this is what and we start fighting on the table.
In Marianne's experience, most couples are never on the same page about the basics of what they want, making it difficult to present a shared vision with an architect or builder.
Most of them do not even have an idea what they want. They just want a house because the money is there. So they come in and you first of all advise them and tell them, look, if this is what you want against your budget or against the quality you want or against the size of land or against the economics, then this one will not make sense. So let's settle in for things that make sense at this point and things that you will also like, especially in terms of quality and also the preference.
To get a middle ground, this is what Marianne does.
So what happens is I would take spouse 1, spouse 2, so listen to his or her ideas, we put them together, we come up with like a concrete little something, depending also on their budget. So if they have like a budget of maybe say 10 million, then I'm able to guide them and say, let's settle in for something that is fairly enough for both of them.
When constructing a house, couples are often faced with a number of dizzying decisions that can sometimes become pain points due to difference of opinions.
So the men would love just to have a house. They don't care much about, designing for environment, designing for all that. Yeah, they just want a house against what the money they have in the account. But for the women, most women are specific. Most women are aware of lighting, they're aware of ventilation, they want nice kitchens. Some would want an open kitchen, but when we get to the table, we fight because the man does not want an open kitchen. Common mistakes normally, the party that is not interested will not work with the architect. you get that maybe the lady loves the project more, will be more oriented to the architect side. So again, the architect is put as the middleman to bring the couple together.
While it's inevitable that the bone of contention for couples building together may come from having to make decisions they both agree upon, having a common vision may go a long way in making the arduous process of building smooth.
It's very important that you share the vision and you start all the way from home. And before you come and see the architect, at least have ideas exchange for about 2 months, and also have a few ideas put on pen and paper, some of them in sketch form. If you can't sketch, just have them in picture form. So when you come and see your architect, it's like one idea.
Before discussing ideas for your ideal home with an architect, whether it's about the marble kitchen or the rooftop garden, sit down with your spouse and decide on the budget, size, design, and the elements you're not willing to compromise on. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Coming up, from Radio Queen to podcasting, Kaleche Mumo's transition to the digital sphere.
Earn it, spend it, save